Okay guys, the market has completely dumped. Perpetual DEX coins have dumped a lot because they are altcoins, and all of altcoins went 40 to 50% down. And today I'm going to do a deep dive into what perpetuals currently exist, what is my strategy going forwards, what I'm looking at, and I think this guide today is super valuable. Okay, the title is a little clickbaity, but it's very relevant. So guys, the volume of perpetuals right now is at very high prices. The perpetuals every single week give you a price of the points according to the total volume or whatever metric they measure. So right now we got perpetuals with huge volume which give us less points. Less points means less airdrop, while the market has completely dumped. Do you understand what the issue is at this point? Do you get it? We're farming points, we get less points, and the token that we farm is also a lot down. So what we should do at the moment? We should not push trades. We have to see all of these perpetuals to go down in volume 50% to match the price that they've got. They went 50% down in the past 7 days. So in order for us to keep being profitable on our farming, we need them to drop their volume by 50%. So we get 50% more points while we get the same amount of tokens as previously, the same amount of value. So that's very important to note, that's very important to understand. On the description down below, I've got the list of perpetuals that are good targets. And I'm going to explain why these are good targets once again. I've shown you how you farm them. There are the links for everything down below. I also have this airdrop Excel guide that shows you all of the stats, the rankings, what you should do, the links to join. I also got this perpetuals link that shows you the volume of all perpetuals. So let's get started. Lighter is doing 12 billion right now. I really like Lighter, but getting points on it when it does 12 billion in revenue, in volume every single day is pretty much impossible if you are not a huge whale. And I don't think it's very worth it doing delta neutral at Lighter at these prices, at this volume, at this high volume, while the market is completely down. It's just risky. Hyperliquid. Also, farming Hyperliquid on its own right now is so risky. The token has dumped from $57, nearly 60 to 36. It's very risky. EdgeX, pretty much the same thing, because the points you are going to be getting are a lot less, and when they TG, if the prices have not recovered a lot, you're going to be wasting your funds. Apex Protocol, pretty much the same. Apex has went down like 46%. So what I'm looking at is that I want to target the perpetuals here on this list, and I want to farm only the ones that have their volume dropped by the equal amount of the market value in total. Avanti's volume is at around 1 billion, from 300 million. So their volume went 3 times more, and their price, in token price, has went 50% down. So I get 3x the competition, but half the price. So I'm 6 times less profitable than before. And as I've said in the past, farming Avantis is very stupid right now. It's very stupid. You should not farm it. Apex, pretty much the same thing. Their volume has went up to 3 billion when it was 500 million, and you also have their token dumping 47%. You should not farm it right now because you are not getting the returns or the potential returns that you want. In order to farm it, its volume has to go to 1 billion. Or its price, its token price, should go back up to where it was. Otherwise, you are not profitable. And that's pretty much the same thing about everything. And that's very important to understand. You don't want to farm something that has less value while you're getting diluted. You want to farm it when it goes back down. And because all of these perpetuals do weekly point systems, maybe this week is very unprofitable for you. So you should not farm it. You should keep your funds, your fees for next week. Okay, and if you think the market is completely dump, you should just open long positions on them and benefit from the upside. Okay, so that's very important to understand. And I'm telling you this, that farming right now with this amount of volume, the volume that you see right now on screen, is unprofitable on the best perpetual dexes that were selected by me over the past 1 month, very detailed. So you understand what happens with all of the others. Let me explain. Jupiter perps, you get shitty airdrops, and you have 2 billion in competition right now. You should not do it. Look at Jup. Jup is probably under 1 billion market cap. Is it? I think it is. It's exactly at 1 billion. You should not farm it. Like, you're going to get nothing in value back. Orderly. The Orderly token. 41% down. What farm? Why would you farm this shit? There is no reason. You're wasting money. Why should you compete with another 11 billion of hyperliquid, volume when the token prices went down? Maybe actually hyperliquid is one of the only protocols that quite be profitable for you to continue farming. But if you are smart, you are going to do it through Based, which has not increased its volume significantly. They're going to do an airdrop. They've got some very cool stuff going on, and they take snapshots every 3 days. So every volume you do on Based routes through Hyperliquid, so you farm both these airdrops. So because you farm 2 airdrops at once, and you get snapshots every 3 days of your volume, you could be profitable on Based right now. It's arguably the only one with the current volume that we see on screen that is profitable. MYX Finance, this I don't even want to say. Okay, I don't farm it. DYDX, oh my god, atrocious. Sim Futures, I'm not touching. GMX, I'm not touching. Digital, this one, I am not touching. Drift, same as all the others. Look at Drift. Where's the price of Drift? 40% down. 40% down. So you gotta understand, guys, we handpicked the best perpetuals. You should not be looking at anything else. You should not be looking at all of this. The small ones will probably get even more significantly crushed. You should not touch any of these things here. Any of these. You should not be even looking at the list. I'm really telling you, like, the smallest one out of all is Based, and it's the smallest one because it builds on top of Hyperliquid. Okay, the next smallest one that you should look at is Pacifica, which volume has actually went down from 1.5 billion to 700 million. Okay, so it went 50% down. So Pacifica right now could also be a good target to farm. Could also be a good target to farm. But Avantis, where its value went 50% down in the past 7 days and its volume went 3 times up, well, it's not going to be profitable for you at the current prices. You should not farm it. It's additive risk. Extended did the 3x in volume. It doesn't have a token, so we really don't know. But it's also significant risk. Edgex also. Its volume is sustainably high every single day. It's also a very big risk. Lighter went from 2 billion, 3 billion in volume to 12 billion. It's also a huge risk. Even though I love Lighter, it's amazing. But the points you will get this week do not give you the safety of ROI right now. So the only 2 perpetuals that I would farm right now is Pacifica and Based. Because of Hyperliquid and Based 2-in-1 airdrops, I would not farm anything else. I would do delta neutral between Pacifica and Based. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. Like, I have a lot of funds on Based. I've got quite a lot of funds on Pacifica. So I'm pushing volume mainly here. Because it's too risky at the current volume prices. Every 10 hours, you should come here and do a refresh and check. Are these prices going down? Is the volume going down? Are the tokens going back up? If the tokens continue to go down, the volume should proportionally go down, because here our rankings and our ratings have been done in a specific manner. We have ranked them according to volume to value ratio, which is, for perpetuals that don't have a token, we get an estimate across, the total points that have been, given so far. So how old is the project, how overfarmed it is, and that's how we give the rating. So you got to understand, you got to be very smart about it, because if you push volume now that the market goes down, you are going to be wasting your funds. The best thing you could do at the current prices is to prepare to open either a short position if you think it goes down again, or a short or a long position with very small leverage to get 2x your returns, 3x your returns when the market goes back up. So it's very important to understand that you should not actively farm perpetuals right now. You want to keep as much stable as possible, and position where you're profitable. And that places, I think, is Based and Pacifica. Both of them are on the description. You should absolutely give them a look. One is on Hyperliquid, the other is on Solana. And if you want to farm Based, make sure to also create a Hyperliquid account before you do so. If you have not signed up on Hyperliquid, you might not get their airdrop if you just do Based. Okay, so make sure to create a Hyperliquid account first. Thank you so much for watching.